We begin tonight in downtown Myrtle Beach, where the sights and sounds of country music continue right now. We're going to get to a live report from the Carolina Country Music Fest in just a second as people try to soak in these last few hours of fun before the festival ends. Acts still to come tonight are Hunter Hayes and Lady Antebellum. While the Country Music Festival seems to have gone well for the promoters and fans so far, not all locals are happy about it. ABC 15's Joel Allen is live at the festival with more on how Ocean Boulevard businesses are doing this weekend. Joel.
Many of them are telling me that their business is actually way down on a weekend when they had hoped to do much better with all of these thousands of country music fans here for the festival. Promoters say the Carolina Country Music Fest has gone well so far, and if it comes back to Myrtle Beach next year, there's not much they would do differently.
Very happy. I mean, extremely excited about how well Myrtle Beach took to this festival, and just so glad we were able to do it here, and hopefully they'll have us back next year.
But the weekend has not gone quite so well for some Ocean Boulevard businesses. Employees at some of these shops say their business is way down from what it would normally be on a typical early June weekend.
I believe just people are spending a lot of money at the festival, and people vacation on budgets nowadays. So something like our business, it suffers a little bit when it comes to that.
One caricature artist says business was not what she thought it would be coming into this weekend.
Not so good. I expected a lot more considering that there's a festival going on beside me, but not so much going on.
Other Ocean Boulevard employees told us they had less access to parking or had to pay high rates to park during the festival. The event's promoter says parking for local employees is done by other merchants and not within the festival's control, but he does think it will improve if the event comes back next year.
I made some good contacts this year, and I think we had some good parking options this year, and getting a better lay of the land, I think we'll have some more options next year.
Now, as for any improvements that they might make next year, Durkin says they've got some minor security issues they're going to look at, but those are just small things. He says overall the festival has gone very well so far. Live in Myrtle Beach, Joel Allen, ABC 15 News.
All right, thanks, Joel. While festival organizers maintain the event is running smoothly, some food vendors disagree. They say the electronic wristbands and the computer system is the problem. They say they don't receive detailed receipts of their sales throughout the day when they get their totals from the computer company. Vendors say not having those details makes it difficult to plan for the next day since they don't know how much of each item they sold. Some vendors told us they're afraid they could be losing money.
I don't know if numbers are accurate, if stuff's going on, and then the next day when they come in with a payout, it just gives you a one solid number, no breakdown or anything, so it's a little eerie trying to know what you did in sales day to day.
Other vendors say they would like to see a printer with the computer system so they don't have to write down their orders for the kitchen staff. And it's been great 2 days so far, so how's the rest of the festival looking weather-wise, Gerard?
Well, I'm very glad to see that we stayed dry throughout the entire festival. Although it was a little bit warmer, let's take a look right now live out of this will be Murrells Inlet, and a great day to get outdoors even if you're not at that Carolina Country Music Fest. We're seeing the weather station there reporting at 77 degrees. We've got a light wind out of the east, so it is just fantastic to be out all really weekend long. Now, temperature wise, we're still seeing 80s along the Grand Strand. You did see that 77 reported out of Murrells Inlet at that station, but still much warmer even towards the inland parts of the PD and border belt. We're nearing 90 in some places, so still some warmer temperatures there. Now, as far as rain goes, we are going to stay dry for tonight, although we are going to see some patchy fog possibly developing late tonight. Otherwise, temperatures by 9 o'clock, we will be in the mid to upper 70s, low to mid 70s by 11, and it will be a bit humid with all that extra humidity around. Yep. A little bit of patchy fog is possible with mostly clear skies. Otherwise, temperatures will be into the upper 60s to low 70s along the Grand Strand. Now, looking at your week ahead, we do have some rain on its way. Some places do need that, but we also have some warmer temperatures that are going to accompany. I'll let you know when the rain arrives and how warm we're going to get later on.
One person was killed in a moped crash in Marion County last night. The Marion County coroner says the accident happened on Highway 917 in Mullins. He's still working to try to identify that victim tonight. We still have very limited details about the crash at this time, but we will keep you updated as more information becomes available. Marion Police Chief Dwayne Tenney says 2 people were shot after an argument early this morning. The incident happened on Wallace Circle. Tenney says the victims had to be taken to the hospital. One victim had to have surgery, but the other victim's already been released. There are no arrests at this time. Of course, if you have any information, you're asked to call police. On the run and extremely dangerous. That's what New York police say about 2 convicted killers who escaped a maximum security prison. The search continues tonight for any clues as to where they are now and how they could bust out of New York's biggest maximum security facility. New York now offering a $100,000 reward. ABC's Philip Mena is in Dannemora with more.
Checkpoints, search dogs, helicopters, and armed officers going door to door.
Be on the lookout for 2 escapees from Clinton County Corrections Facility.
A community in upstate New York on edge and on lockdown as the manhunt for 2 escaped killers moves into a second day.
They are killers. They're extraordinarily dangerous.
Governor Andrew Cuomo talking Sunday morning about these 2 men, Richard Matt and David Sweat. The pair broke out of the Clinton Correctional Facility, the first escape in the maximum security prison's 150-year history.
It could have been a plot from a movie. It was a really elaborate, sophisticated operation.
That operation involved planning, power tools, and perhaps outside help. Friday night, the pair escaped from their separate prison cells, fooling overnight bed checks by stuffing clothes under the covers to make it look like someone was there. Then they used old tunnels, cutting through concrete walls and a steel steam pipe before crawling out of a manhole on the other side of the prison walls. They even left behind this goodbye note telling authorities to have a nice day. But how did they get those tools, and why didn't anyone hear the noise?
They were heard. They had to be heard. They worked their way down 4 stories from the catwalk, shimmying down pipes.
But as investigators try to figure out how, the focus right now is getting both men back behind bars.
We're leaving no stone unturned. They could be literally anywhere.
Philip Mena, ABC News, Dannemora, New York.